When I started trading, it was like I was trading blind, taking random setups, always just hoping for the best, never really knowing what was going to happen or having any sort of plan. And it showed in the results, as you can see here. Small wins, big losses. Small wins, big losses. Over and over. Then I started using this journal as an actual tool. And after a few weeks of looking at all my data, things sort of really started to change for me. Here's how. First of all, most traders don't actually take any time to track their trades. They just enter and exit, enter and exit, enter and exit, get stopped out, take profits, and never really know what was working for them or what was working against them. A lot of the time, our minds will subconsciously want us to always be right. So when you think about your previous trades, you're going to think about them positively. It wasn't my fault, it was the market. They were hunting my stops, this and that. Whereas if you go back and look at your actual data, you can find where you went wrong, find consistent patterns of mistakes that you're making, and work on getting a little bit better every day at it. And I noticed this the most once I started looking through all the data. And we go from a bad month to, not as bad of a month, but still lots of red trades, making lots of notes, learning about what's going on, right? And then, as I deep dive more into it, I started noticing more and more, and then the progress really started to show. I kept journaling, I kept, putting notes on all the trades about what worked, what didn't work, moving my stop loss to break even, did it work, did it not, that sort of stuff. A lot of it was based around the data, like I keep saying, looking at your average hold times, looking at your average win times, your average loss times, that sort of stuff, right? We can see that if your trades, you're holding your losses for 2 hours, but you're only holding your wins for 5 minutes, it means you're letting your losses get way too big, mostly, and you're not making sure that your gains are big enough or running for far enough in order to cover the losses that you endured, right? A lot of the time, I noticed that I was moving my stop loss to break even. It worked there, didn't work there, didn't work there, didn't work there. So then I worked on that over and over again and got better and better and better. And it was through the data that I started to see months. We can go from minus 1,500 in a month, minus 700 in a month, to positive almost 5,500, then almost 20K, 36K, and then 60K. So you can see how the progress happened naturally. And for me, I owe a lot of that to the journaling. Finding a strategy that worked and sticking to it definitely helped. But using the data from the journal to help me trust and believe in the strategy is what really worked. Right? So I made sure that I took the time, went into my trades, checked my losses, learned about what I was doing wrong, and then cut out those things that I was doing wrong. The next month, I was still doing some of it wrong, but not near as much. And it just getting a little bit better and a little bit better every month. We can see the next month, we started to see a lot of progress. The month after that, 4 times the size, I started trading more prop firms accounts. So I was taking the same types of trades and same size of trades, but across 4 or 5 different accounts, making it easier to leverage to get more gains. Next month, I had 6 accounts, right? And I felt confident stacking those accounts because I knew my data worked. I knew the strategy worked, and I had the proof. This is one of the biggest things that definitely helped my trading journey, and I really hope it'll help yours. I suggest you don't even have to have any fancy software. You can start with a spreadsheet, putting your entries, putting your exits, where your stop loss was, why your stop loss was there. If it hit your stop loss, what did you notice that made that happen? Where were you wrong? Or were you right and it just went against you? That happens sometimes too. Just because you lose a trade doesn't mean your analysis was wrong, as long as you followed your pre-market plan and your strategy and your risk management, right? So one more time, this is definitely something I suggest to everyone if they're really looking to take their trading journey to the next level, right? Do you guys already journal your trades? If you do, comment yes or no below. If you want to see more content like this about how we made some changes, in our journey to become really profitable, Smash that like button, subscribe, follow along for more videos like this. We're going to be dropping a link to our Discord trial. It's a free trial in the description below. Thanks for listening this long, guys. Really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a good weekend.